Happy Friday, everybody. Do we have sound today? I don't know, do we? I hope. I think our streaming is, there it is. Our streaming is still having some issues. We're having some internet problems here, but I did find where my videos are recording to, and like Mondays I had to re-upload. And I know usually it takes about 20 minutes for me to copy a video, and that one took 8 hours. So they are looking at the internet here, and we may have to go with a new plan, which just confuses me. If it worked yesterday and then all of a sudden it didn't work today, why would we have to go to a new plan just to have what we had yesterday? But anywho, such is life, right? Anyway, I'm Diane from Boho Stamper. Happy Friday. And I've really had a time of it trying to get back up here to work on my, doesn't look like this is doing anything on here. So I will continue recording, and then I will upload this video. So I apologize for, yeah, see, I think that it just quit again. So let me just say on here, I will upload the recorded video as soon as we are done. For internet, yep, I can spell. All right. Well, I put that up on my comments, and hopefully, if anybody gives up, they'll go back and check it later. So, anywho, Diane from Boho Stamper, welcome, or welcome back if you've been here before. I've been having trouble getting up to my craft room because last week our carpenters decided to come back and continue working on the staircase, which has never been finished. And that means I can't get upstairs to my craft room. I'm also still dog sitting. So right now, the pups are being quiet and everybody's taking a nap. Although when I was headed for the steps, my one grand dog looked at me out of the corner of his eyes like, "Where are you going?" So if I hear them start to trot around, I may have to cut this short. But I wanted to share, excuse my reach, that I've started on my cover. And I had this great sari yarn that I think I'm going to use as the tie. And I'm hoping this weekend I have some time to come up and sew. If you remember, we're using an Amazon envelope as the cover to make it nice and soft. And I had started out with a piece of just neutral muslin that I was going to cover this with, just my regular cotton that I use on the back of my slow stitch. But I could see all of the stamp stuff from the envelope through that fabric. All of this was showing through. And then I was thinking, well, it doesn't really matter what color I'm going to make my base because I have these gorgeous saris that I bought to cover this. So I went with black, and I've started to form my cover now. I'm going to make a pocket and add a couple of pieces of this, the sari ribbons to the pockets. And then I have to think this through. That's why I don't really want to try to do this when the dogs are here, because I need to concentrate, because I'll sew a piece at a time on here and hopefully get it together in the right layers. And then I can start adding my layers of fabric wherever I folded them all up. I just wanted to show you where I was at. And then to add this yarn, I knew I didn't want it to be lumpy on my fabric. And so far, I've managed to cut a hole in the Amazon envelope, and I strung that through there, and hopefully then when I go to sew my fabric on the top, you won't be able to feel that that yarn ribbon. It's not ribbon, it really is sort of a yarn. So that's where I'm at with this, and like I said, hopefully I'm going to get that sewn together. So in the meantime, while I was confined to the downstairs, I did work on some little pieces of ephemera, and I thought I would share with you a couple more images that I found. This was a free image. Yeah, this one was free from the Graphics Fairy. Oh, forgot to turn my light away. Probably getting all kinds of fluttery. Okay, so this was the Graphics Fairy, and I haven't cut her out yet because I'm not sure. I just love that picture though. She's so pretty. And I did a smaller version of it as well because I didn't know if maybe I could use that just as a little tag or something. So, sorry, hit you in the head already, didn't I? So I have that one set aside. And then these are the images that I got from Adamo Prints. And originally I had printed and cut those out on parchment because that's what I think I did them on parchment. No, I did them on there. I thought that I did them on parchment because they were leaving lines in the images. So anyways, I reprinted them all today, and they still have some lines in them. So I don't really think it's my ink cartridge because I have a new cartridge in there. I think it is just the way that the prints are made. So I have double prints now of everything. Well, I'll probably use them. These are the ephemera pieces that I have from the kit, which is listed in the description box below. And then, as I said, I was working on a couple of pieces. Oh, I found these two images on Pinterest. There were free Boho journal download tags or something. So anyways, I printed them this morning and cut them out because I thought I can use those somewhere. I also have a boo-boo thumb. So without my paper trimmer, none of this probably would have been ready. I don't know if it's from my slow stitching or whatever, but my poor thumb is so sore and swollen that scissors weren't going to work. Okay. What else did you... Oh, I almost threw that piece away. This is from 49 Dragonflies. This is 49 Dragonflies. These were freebies that she shared, I believe. As was this. And I thought this would be actually cute. Make sure I have it right side up. Yep. Maybe to cut those out as a little window. I don't know yet what I might do with those. A little card that she had. Thank you, Barbara. Barbara also makes beautiful mandalas, and I did purchase her one mandala set because I do not have a compass to learn how to make these yet. So I thought this would be great for a side tuck on one of our pages, and these maybe for some corner pockets. Ready to go with those. I did make two of these little notebooks, and I think I had shared them one day how we were going to make those. I can't remember whose design this was. I learned from Gail Agostinelli how to make these. So we have one pocket here, one in here. So that was 2. Oh, this might have been Corey Dahman that showed that Gail got it from. 3, a little notebook, 4, and one back here was 5 pockets. So I did start decorating that. I have 2 of these. I have a blue one and a yellow one. I managed to cut out some tags and journal cards just from a collage board that I had already cut up. Let me see. This one is just, don't worry, I have a whole stack over here that are not anything done with yet. This is just a little 1, 2, 3 pocket to attach into the journal. These are blank index cards that I have gessoed over and added a little bit of distress sprays and some old book pages too. And a couple of those I decorated, but a couple I have not. What was I doing with this? Oh, this is just a little pocket. This was just some old book page that has different paint splatters on it. And a couple more of Barbara's mandalas. Aren't they gorgeous? She makes such pretty things. Pretty, pretty. So these would make some beautiful little journal cards. I don't even think I have to do anything to those. And I made this pocket. This was just an embossed piece of cardstock that I had thought about using for a card and then never did anything with it. So I added a little bit of gold shimmer onto the embossing, and I added a piece of acetate to make a clear window. And then I took one of the journaling cards from my Adamo Prints and I just layered it on some blue metallic paper just to make it stand out a little bit. And then when we put that in there, her little eyes are peeking out. Isn't that cute? So I thought I could maybe hinge this onto a page. Okay, so that's where I'm at so far. Oops. Oh, these are just little snippet cluster thingies that I had made. I don't know if I'd be able to use them. I think that's where I'm at. We need to look at the signatures and decide what I'm going to do with things. And then this is all the stuff really that needs to be finished up decorating. I just did this little pocket yesterday. I was watching Rachel from Roxy Creations. She was making like pharmacy bags with a longer front flap on them. And I just had this piece of scrapbook paper. Oh, I do have some more stuff over here that I did. Some extra tag. These were some of the little index cards that I did decorate. I don't know if I'll use them in this one or not, but we'll see. Oh, that's just a piece of foil paper that we can use for decorating. Oh, and I just shoved everything aside here, didn't I? Anyway, for this little pocket, oh, my thumb doesn't want to help me. I wanted a medallion closure. So yesterday, while I was confined to the basement, or the downstairs, the basement, I did cut out some, I die cut some medallions in different shapes, not that I want to use today. That was red, but this is out of the same handmade paper that I used on that pocket. But I did cut out a few more. This is the die I was looking for yesterday. I'll be darned if I could find this die. I don't know if I gave it away or pitched it or what I did with it. But anyways, and I used the Tim Holtz, what are those things called? Impresslets. Yep, that's what they are, impresslets. So they emboss and cut at the same time. So That's what I use to make some of my medallions for some of the little envelope pockets here. So I have to finish putting this together today. And sorry, I thought I heard puppies barking. Oh, I must be dreaming. They're on puppy dreams. Oh, and then I also got from 49 Dragonflies. She had boho birds. So I sat last night and did try to cut out the boho birds. Again, my thumb was screaming, don't. But I did get a few of those cut out for this project. Let's see what else do I have. I have these little medallions that come out of a different little die that I have. This is another impresslet, but this is on red, so that's not going to work for this. It could be used for a different one. Okay, lots of little bits and pieces. And of course we have butterflies, flowers, washies, whatever. All sorts of little things, charms that I'm going to add. And I'm hoping this weekend when I do get up to sew, I wanted to make some ribbon ruffle out of this one for this page because the blues just looked so pretty together. There was something else I wanted to make ruffle out of. This is the little bag that we made before. Oh, I guess I should finish showing. Okay. So I put this one together yesterday also. This is just this was just scrap paper. Because I was missing my craft room, I grabbed my scraps, a paper trimmer, and my die cut machine and went downstairs with those early in the morning so that I could work on them throughout the day. And so this is just a 3-pocket panel that can be either added as a flip to a page, but would have to decorate this. It's got some pretty blues, but I don't know about putting the plaids in here. So that's one for thought. What else? Oh, this is just some old scrapbook paper. I thought maybe I could make that into a little notebook. I don't know if the colors are going to work. These are just cardstocks or scrapbook paper that I liked. I did use a bunch of scraps and the little strips, layered them up. I need to put some focal points on these. And then these can be added either as side tucks, or I can always add a paper clip if we want to make it into a clip. There's more in here somewhere. This is just a little panel to add a tag. There's my little card here. And put a tag in the back. And I added some die cut to the front and thought I could always add a little tag in the front as well. So that one came out kind of cute. This is just a piece of cardstock that I really like the flowers on. I don't like that I can see the glue behind the handmade paper. And I made it into a flip. So whatever I do with this, I'll have to cover those edges up because I don't like that. Oh, there's the rest of the little strip tucky things. And these are made just with scraps of paper layered on top of each other. And just glued together. And when we find the right page for them, they can be put onto the page side like this, and then just left open as a nice side tuck. So that's why I need to kind of go through the signatures and see what we can use. That's all them. This is just a little folder that I made some gussets on the side. I thought I could do the same thing. This might get trimmed back a little bit and add one of those medallions on here. I don't know. These two I found, these were left over from when my son got married and I was doing their invitations. I already had the, this is a lighter weight scrapbook paper that I had layered, ooh, needs glued, layered onto black cardstock, but I thought those would make cute little notebooks. So I may stitch some paper in between those, as well as that Fiesta looking one, this one. And make some little notebooks out of those. And while I was on the acetate kick yesterday, I just used this piece of, what did I do this with? I don't think that was a jelly print. I think that was, maybe it was. I don't remember. I don't remember how I made that background. But I just found some yellow paper that would be pretty on the front of it, added my acetate, and I thought this would be another pretty one to add one of our cards to. I have a little off center, so I think I'll have to add a little bit of decorating to the side. I have a ton of cards here now, so I'm sure I can find one that will work in there. And the same with this. This was just a little die cut that I found. This is from an old, is it a Cuttlebug die or a Quick Cuts die? I don't even remember. This is some of the ones that I found when I was cleaning out a lot of my dies and stuff. So I thought I'd give it a go. I also found one to make these little tiles, these little shapies. Oh, look at these, were kind of cute. That was Quick Cuts. Have some little tiny frames. So anyways, that's what I did yesterday. I just played around and cut out pieces to decorate with. So let's get our signatures and see what we might be able to use any of these on, and then get them started to decorate with. So I had originally done this page as a tuck over here, and that may benefit with one of our little scrap strips. Just want to put the musical notes the right way. And I guess I could, let me see, if I line this up over here, maybe on this side. I don't know that, I'm afraid the music paper's too light. I was thinking I could put a, oh my goodness, what's the rivet crocodile, and put a rivet in here and add a charm, but that paper's a little too flimsy on that one. So, how's everybody doing? Well, other than my boo-boo thumb here, we're all doing great. Yep. This page, this is a printed from the digital download, and it does have a little bit of crackle design, but not much on there. I may have to stencil on that, and that's one reason I don't always like to put my signatures into the cover first, because if I stencil on this, it's much easier to do it while it's laying flat. This was just some paint spatter paint that I used, and some coffee dye paper. Those are a little bag. And that could just use a card in there. And I think I do want to add something to the background of this. I already know I'm going to add lace on this one, or ribbon, a ribbon ruffle. Now this was a belly band from the digital kit. So let's decorate that up a little bit. I made one out of some of the scraps too. I thought could be a belly band. It's not trimmed down yet. That actually would look pretty on there, huh? Because it's got some yellow and green. Maybe I should save that one for a different page, because yellow and green is going to be harder to fit in. Most of this has a lot of blue, and that's just what the kit had, was more blue. And yes, I did, when I set my basket of washi tapes over here this morning, I knocked over all of the charms. So my whole dish of charms is now spilled. belly band is 2 inches wide, and I left this one kind of wide. This is 3 inches, but I knew I was going to have to trim it down a little. Ooh, just the right length. Good. And let's see what we have to decorate with. Now, these little vellum pieces with gold, I thought those were pretty to do something with in here. I don't know what. This is just an old Dragonfly, excuse me, stamp that I had. I don't know. This is that die again. But this is one that I just was playing on a piece of paper that I don't particularly care for. Nope. As I begin throwing stuff on the floor. Try and tear this cluster down a little bit. It's a little large. And I had done a bunch of these clusters. I just had an old sheet of scrapbook paper or something, I don't even remember what, and added some different handmade papers and whatever to it. That might be pretty. What else do we have over here? We have pull out some stamp. These are like Romanian, Czech Republic, things like that. That sort of suit the style that we're using. There's another one of those medallions just on a piece of my drop papers. Thought I'd make that into a cute little pocket or something. It's weird when I start spotting these things that kind of go together and I lay them aside, and then later I have to figure out what to do with them. I know I had another dragonfly. Lots of background papers. Oh, there's some more of those little stamps. There's one of those. Boy, I wish I could find that. It's driving me crazy. And we have some birdies. Oh, excuse me. I'm telling you, it's snowing here again today. We go from 60 degrees to 30 in snow. I mean, overnight. And my allergies and sinuses have just about had enough. I need some sunshine. I need some warm. Oh, where did I just... Oh, I know. I did bring over all my little Tim Holtzy people and what we might use out of here. I wish I would have gotten a little further with this than I have, so we could have moved on and started maybe putting things a little bit more together in the book. This is going to be one of those, that's a little library card, I didn't realize that. This is going to be one of those journals that's going to take me a bazillion years if I can't get up here to work on it, right? Oh, look at some yellow roses. Cute little tea card. I don't want to use it on there as a decoration. No. So we're already into this about a half an hour, and I've not gotten very far, have I? Just showing you what I've managed to accomplish when I'm not on here with you. Oh, that poor video. I really hope we figure out what we're going to do with this internet soon, because yesterday it seemed to be working a little bit better. I mean, it messes up television and everything because, you know, we stream our programs through a Roku. So when the internet's being insane, then it's hard to watch a program too. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot I have all those little photo booth ones. Those are fun. Those little girls look like they should be part of our... What's this one? This one is... Expedition. Maybe there's something in here. So we do need to break up a little bit of that background from, let me say my from that flowery centerpiece there. Centerpiece, focal point. How about that? How about a focal point? Yes, I got to tell you too, I got my new Stampin' Up! Catalog. And it has some pretty stuff in it. So I can start working on what I want to get in my pre-order here, because of course my wish list is full of items that are not on our pre-order list, of course, because that's what I always do. I pick the wrong things. Not wrong things, but things that are not available right now yet. So I have to decide what I want to get, and then I can start making some things out of there. I'd love to plan a catalog party this year. I've never done one of those. Maybe I'll do it online. I don't know. I know my one lady I spoke to the other day said she's ready to get together and do something. I am as well, but I just kind of want to make sure it's worth my while if I'm going to get everything together. What was that? I know there are a lot of demonstrators out there. They'll get their order in today and have it overnighted and be already making things tomorrow. but we talked about that, I think, the last time I recorded here. I do want to be a little bit more selective in what I order, because I get very sad at the end of a catalog when I have stamp sets that we never got to use. All right. This is a vintage collection. I got this off did I get that off of Amazon? I don't know. Vintage collection. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to add a little bit of neutral colors back here. I don't want things sticking out too far to the sides so that it makes our journal card or whatever we put in there get stuck. Oh. The old thumb doesn't want to squeeze a glue bottle today. Hadn't thought about that. Excuse me, look at that blue twine hanging out there from that little notebook. Like it's screaming, add some twine to this. Okay. I can do that. I don't know if we have twine. Just find a blue that looks pretty with that. Ooh, that's pretty blue. That might work. Yeah. Okay. So what are you guys working on? Anybody working on any journals, or are you working on cards right now? Looking for some springtime inspiration. What's up? How's it going? Yeah, that I'm looking over at my iPad and I can see that not much is happening on there. I don't know. Like I said, I don't understand how one day it's working and then it doesn't. And I don't really want to complain, because actually we have our internet through my husband's business, because he does a lot of work from home, and so I don't want to complain, because the company is, you know, we're very lucky that I can do that. Let's just put it that way. So I guess I should just be grateful for what I have. Quit my belly aching. This in here because I don't think that's going to be quite enough to put a little cluster on here. And do I want to add my butterfly? I think I do not. I think I just want to use that cluster. So we'll use some, sure we will.